So I just finished book 3. And that... okay, hold on. So Hoyd is currently stuck in a vault somehow, I guess. He was married at one point, and now he's not because his wife doesn't remember that she's his wife. Never in a million years would I have ever expected that. And then he went from that to saying, if you see the twins, let them know I could use their help. Does Hoyd have children? Does he have twin kids? Or does he know a set of twins that he needs the help from? Okay. All right. And then he did say, if you see Sigil, slap him in the face for me. That made me laugh. That was pretty good. But yeah, Hoyd... That's blowing my mind right now. Especially me, who's been talking shit about Hoyd for almost a year, to finally be like really interested in Hoyd and like I like him. I like him. I love this sort of like mentor figure he is to Starling. And he calls her Star. I like that. But yeah, I mean, what a crazy turn. Huh. I mean, you guys know how if you've been here for a while, you know how I feel about mentors personally. But also, like, I don't know. I've always said one of my biggest problems with Hoyd, until pretty recently, was Stormlight taught me a thing about myself. And that is a pet peeve that I have that frustrates the shit out of me, is people who can help but don't. And that includes the Stormfather, and up until recently included Hoyd. But since the secret projects, I'm like, okay, all right. I love the scene with Hoyd and Shallan and the dragon and the dog with Kaladin. Like, anytime Hoyd is like a human being for a second and is honest and, intimate with someone, I'm like, this is amazing. And you don't get a whole lot of that from him. But this here, him and Starling, honestly, him and Starling are probably my favorite dynamic Hoyd has had. Because I like the stuff with him and Shallan, but... yeah, I don't know. There's like more of a connection between him and Starling, and I really like it. But anyway, like design was there on his clothes, which is cool. And he talked about the heralds, and he said that the heralds, if they're not in the running, they are the greatest warriors in the Cosmere, which is very interesting. It's like, okay, I hope Arc 2 we get to see some of it, because that'd be badass. I like all of that. I like that Starling kind of, broke down and was honest with her crew, and they all came, to her and was like, oh, this is serious. We need to help the captain. That's awesome. I love that. I love that Hoyd is like, you got to lead him. Love that. And then Dusk had like a dream where he was Kakoban, which is interesting. And then he wakes up and everyone is screaming, which is not good. And then Starling, when she comes out of the vision, Daedra was like, yeah, you see, that was just a fraction. I can get you out of those manacles if I wanted to. And then other people started screaming. So I guess we're going to see what that is.